Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you had a great day and hope it's continuing and wish you best of luck for Sunday's cues because tomorrow we don't have session. Tomorrow is 10th of month of Muharram, so it's a public holiday, so that's why tomorrow we don't have any session. Well, let's start with our class of today. What we will do today, we are talking about some of the, it's kind of review indeed. So because I know that tomorrow we don't have class to make a review, so that's why today we are doing a review. So for Sunday, you will be ready. So let's start. What we will do, now we have this table and we already worked on it and we did the things separately. So today what we are doing, we are just like from the scratch, we are making a new table. So how to make a new table from scratch? We are going to create. Here we are using one of these two, but because we already took the design table, so why not? Let's just start from design table. So we will pick design. Then here what we will write impact code. Okay. Here we will choose how we want to write our code. We will just choose text because we want to add input mask to it. So because like input mask, we cannot add it to number. That's why we have to choose short text. And also I want to make this my unique field. So if I want to make this unique field, so what I will do, I will add primary key to it. So when I add primary key, I will just click here. So it will add primary key. And then here I see that it says yes, no to duplicate. So I don't want to accept any duplicate and it's required. So we have to fill it. And we don't need this much of information. We just need around, let's say 10 digits. That's enough. So now we made decision on this field. So what we will do, we will just go to input mask and let's say first this table, we will call it second table. It's fine. Yeah. So what we will do, we will just go here and choose special security number or character or whatever. So what we will do here, we will just do next, erasing what we wrote here, and then giving the structure of our code, how we want to structure our code. We know that impact code is consists of 3 letters in the beginning. So we have 3 UOS and 21. This is 5 dot third 3 more digits. So it's going to be 9 characters. So what we will do, we will first choose the letters. We have 3 L's, then 2 digit, we have a dot, and then we have 3 more digits. UOS, or we just can write it this way, UOS 21 dot, like this, to make it clear and make it specified for what we want to write and what we want to enter. Now here we have the way that it's showing here. So if I want to show it this way, or if I want to just leave it blank, or if I want to make a hashtag to show that there's 3 digits that we have to enter. So we will choose this hashtag here and then next. How we want to show this information, we want to show it this way because we want to show the dot here and not removing the dot. That's why we will keep the dot and then next. finally we'll say finish. So it's just showing us that we have this sort of information. The first is string, and then the rest are digits. So we don't need caption, we don't need validation, default value, and I don't think we need validation here. So we will just keep it simple and we will let it to be as it is. So now we are saving this part, and then we will add something else, which is the name. So for the name, okay, we understand. Yeah. For the name, we will pick short text. Again, we don't need this much of character there. We just need, let's say, around 50 characters. And then we want this information also to be required because there is no code without a name. So we want to have the name here as well. That's why we make it required, and we said that yes, it is required. So the rest, because we don't have Chinese or Korean or Japanese characters or special characters, that's why we are not touching this bit here or the Unicode compressions, because we just like have the data that we are entering. Is it or it's going to be in English, or it's going to be in Arabic, or anything else? So that's the Unicode be active. We don't want to remove the Unicode. So things are simple till now. So what we are doing, we are just adding gender. Yes. Indeed, no, I cannot do it because, as you know, in Access, there is no zoom to zoom out or zoom in. And if I touch the, let's say the resolution of my screen, you will have problem later on, because if I did the full screen, for some of you, you won't be able to to see all the screen. That's why I'm not touching the full screen as well. That's why it's just like simple like this. So it's not my fault, it's Access's fault that not letting us to zoom the things that we want. Because normally when we are using Excel or Access, we can just zoom it in and zoom it out, but here we cannot do it. Yes, so let's move to let's move to gender. And for gender, we know that we have certain information that we can enter, or we will use lookup, or we can do something else by going to, let's choose text here, and then remove this bit and say we need just like, again, 10 characters is fine. Then coming to here, we will say what we want. We want M or F to be written here. So because it's just one symbol, one simple character, so it's fine just like to keep it this way. So now we are just writing here, please enter letter M for male and F for female. Okay, we are just keeping it simple like this. We don't need to make a lookup wizard and take it from there. So it's just one letter, or M or F. That's why we don't need anything else. Let's move on and add what? Add age. So now we have age. So age is, it is number. So here we don't need to have long integer. We are just making it as a normal integer. And we don't need a decimal number. We just make it 0. We don't need default value. And also we have to make this as well required as the others. Control S. Did I put this as a required? No, I forgot. Make this one as well required. because we want all the information to be required. We don't need anything to be missing. So now here, what we can do to make the range of age between 18 to 35, what we can do, we will just write here between 18 and 35. The age it only accept between 18 to 35. So yes, we just made this required, Control S. Now what we are also need here, what we need, let's add date of birth. So when we have date of birth, we will have what? Date and time. So here as well, or you can from the format pick something as you want to be, or you can put an input mask because we already used input mask. So now we are just using what? We are using the format that we want to put it for our data. And also this is as well, it is required. And Control S. What else we can add? What else? Phone number. For phone number, we can just use the text, and now here we will say we have 20 characters, and then this is also required. Come on, why not just write yes? And here I could just add a mask for it. Yes. So what we have a phone number, but our phone number is going to be different. So what we will do, we will remove this guy. Let's remove from A to Z. Yeah. So what we have 7 and then 2-digit. This is for the code. Later, what we have 3 digits and then 4 more digits. Again, I could just put it as a hashtag because I want the person to know that we want to fill this with information, or we could just add something else like star. So if you are looking here, it's just asking for the star to be filled. So next, again, we want to be in this format, separated, then next and finish. So we make it required and we gave it a specific format. Now let's move and enter data. So here first, it just when you are clicking, it shows you that we have UOS 21. Then we are moving here. We will write 001. This is the first person. So what is this name? The name is of this person, let's say, and his name is Soran. Okay. Then it's coming to the gender. For the gender, we set or male or female. If I mistake it and I said something else, like I wrote an A straight, it will just tell me, please enter letter M for male and F for female. Okay, so here I know that I have to enter an M. So again, for the age, now I'm so young, so I'm 17. Let's see. Straight, it will tell me it only accept between 18 to 35. So I have to say, okay, I'm a bit older. I forgot, I'm 20 years old. Yeah, I am 20. So if I'm 20, so let's say my gender, oh yeah, I forgot something. I will do it later. We don't need this to be showing because it's a date of birth. So it's like, say, 10 May 2000, huh? Yeah, I'm 2001. So about the number also, we are clicking, so straight it will give me how to fill this. So if I'm using a Asia cell, so what I have 702, yeah, this is my number. Now we are moving for the second one. But first, let's go back here and change something here. I don't want to see this calendar because it's gonna confuse me. I will say never. Control S, go back. So now for the next one, what we have 002, Benar. Okay. F for female, and she's 1 year older than me. What we have 20 December 2000. No, you cannot be 2000. Here we say, yeah, that's good. So when we are coming to the number, again, we have to click just to see how to fill this for this field. So we have 05111, and yeah. So it's like this. So the other one, we can just like, again, just come in here, free, now, Banu, Ali, and female, she's 18, and so her birthday is 1st January 2000, 2003, yes. So here, her phone number, okay. So it's 8011100001. So simple like this, we can just add it this way and we can deal with it this way. So if I want to add information here, so what I will do, just come in here and I want to add something else, which is start date. For start date, what we have, a day for sure. And also we have end date. Again, we have what? We have date here. So simply, we can do something to prevent any sort of mistaking while we are entering the information. So how to prevent this mistake? For example, I want to now that make sure that the person who's entering the data, not entering any date which is before the date that we are started our course. For example, we start our course from, if I'm not mistaken, it was 17 or 15 of March. I think it was 15 or 16 of March. So let's start it from there. And so we do not need anyone to just write, okay, it was like 10th of February. How come? Like we started there and we ended 10th of February. So we ended 10 days before we started. This is impossible. So how to control this to not let the person who is entering the data to make mistake? What we are doing, we are just here or anywhere else. We just clicking on the property sheet. Okay, clicking here. Now we have what? We have validation rule, which is applying on all the table that we have, all the data sheet. So we are saying, I want the start date be bigger than the end date, something like this. It's so simple. You are just writing it this way, and then we will give validation text. Please check the start date, or please check the date. Okay, not data, date. So Control S, yes, and yes again. So let's go back here. So while we are entering the start date is like something normal, which is 7/15 March 2021. So this is the start date. Again, this is 15. So we can just like make it, um, sorry, we can just make it simple 15, 21. Again, 15, 3, 2021. Now, if we mistake it and we entered 15 February 2021, let's see what's happened. Please check the date because we entered a wrong date. So when we are looking at the date, oh yeah, it's true. We cannot say that we ended before the beginning. So the end is going to be somewhere in the middle of November. So yeah. And some student, they just ended 15 June 2021. It just happened. So we cannot enter a date before the starting date. Why? Because it is against the logic. We cannot say I ended before I started. That's why I just asked to prevent this problem and this issue. How I prevent it? It was simple. I just came here and I add that the start date must be older than the end date, or the end date must be younger than the start date. So, yep, we can make this required, but the other one, we can just keep it as it is, and it's fine. So simple like this, we just add it and remove it and manage all our data according to what we have and what we need. So let's go back here. If I want to add something else, like what? Adding what? According to your information. Yeah, adding comment. So in comment, we need more than 255 characters because I'm sure that some of you may have issues. So we need to write a paragraph for this person or about this person. So it's going to be for sure more than 255 digits. So what we will do, we will just pick long text. So while we have long text, we can just write as much as information that we want. For example, I'm just getting Word. And here I have what? I have run 2 by 3 and then enter. I have such a text here. Let's just imagine that this is my comment. Control C. I'm going back to the database, and here I can just write it simply like this. So we see it just accept all the data that I entered. But if just imagine if I have here a short text, and let's name this not. So if I want to add this much of information, it says this is too long to be edited to this cell. So it's not letting me to enter all this information to the cell because they amount of data is bigger than the ability of the data type that we choose. But for the comment, because we choose really big amount of information or a big amount of capacity, which is a long text, that's why it's accepting. So for short text, it cannot accept what we are looking for. So that's why we have to deal with something else or trying something else to support us and to help us to do it in a proper way. These are the information which I just want you to know, and we want to just do a quick review. So we use the between and just by written here. Also, you can just do it by using the wizard. Also, for the date, we just used this sort of information by using the property of the data sheet in general, because we are not allowed to add it here while I'm just writing this information here is not letting me, because we cannot combine two column in one column. So it's not accepting to combine two column in one record. That's why we have to use something else, which is the properties of all the data sheet. That's why it will just take all the data sheet information and check everything and then do what you asking for. So now I think everything is clear and there's nothing to be worried about, and you can do your test and exam really easy. And yes, that's it. So this is enough for today. I will leave you with Mom Sabna because she want to practice with you as well, and she will ask you to share screen with her. So please do it. And this is required from you. Thank you so much and have a great weekend and a holiday together. And inshallah, best of luck. Go ahead, Mom Sabna.